Hello Libra and welcome to Sincere Tarot. This is your What Do You Need to Know for mid-February 2021 tarot reading, and your energy is the Magician. And I'm a Libra too, so I'm going to say we are amazing manifestors. Whatever vision we have for the future, we're in amazing manifesting power. So you might want to make a vision board. You might want to write a list of long-term, short-term goals. You might even just want to think or visualize or just, talk about some really big ideas that you have, because everything's going to fall into place with this energy. All right, let's see. What does Libra need to know for mid-February? Let's see. Interesting. For those of you that watch my channel, you know I'm always so invested. It's looking all right. Sweet. Even though it won't feel that way, okay? And I'm totally empathizing. Okay, so first off, in the past, in the background, we have got Temperance. So I feel like maybe there was something, that you were kind of feeling out, something you've been patiently waiting for, maybe trying something new a little bit. But this is, patience, moderation, baby steps, because this is a major arcana. It's all about divine timing. Now, right now, whatever it is, maybe we felt like, our lives or a certain aspect of our life was meant to be, in a certain place by now. And because we had this idea in our egotistical head about, I want to succeed with this, this, and this by this time. Oh, I haven't succeeded with all of those things by this time. It is a failure. That is not true. Not true at all. Even though we're going to feel like it's true. And you might not believe me right now, because our energy is the Nine of Swords. So that's almost like, in this deck, it's like, this is a very battle-weary soldier, but swords are mainly thoughts and words, ideas. And this person is thinking, why have I fought so hard? Why have I put up so much resistance? Why have I gone so far in this direction after everything that was sacrificed? Like, what was the point of this all? And there might be this feeling that it was all for nothing. But those are swords. Those are thoughts. It doesn't mean that that's what's true going on underneath the surface, okay? Because what you need to know about is we have got the Page of Pentacles. So this could be, dipping your toes into a new opportunity when it comes to success with your physical body, finances. Maybe this thing that you were really kind of feeling about in the past, you're really beginning to put into physical action. This could be upgrading your skills. It could be research. It could be a lot of things. It could be just like the first start of, creating something physical or something to do with money as well. And I feel like it brings you a lot of peace, because the energy in between, we've got the Page of Cups. By the way, this can sometimes represent a surprise pregnancy for some of you. And it doesn't necessarily mean you, it could be someone in your life, all right? But anyways, that's only for teeny weeny few of you. But I feel like even though you are feeling disappointed and probably stressed and really stressing yourself out really unnecessarily, and I'm speaking to myself when I say that too, okay, because that's what I'm doing right now. Anyways, ultimately just continue to focus on this project that is going to create more stability in your life, more long-term endurance, and it really makes you feel calm and peaceful and just at ease. So that's a really awesome energy. This is cool. This is the outcome, right? We've got the Eight of Wands. This is busy, busy, busy. You are going to feel like you are doing everything. Like you're going to have so much on your plate. You're going to be so high energy. You're doing this and this and that, everything. And I feel like that's because, you really are taking heed when it comes to this manifestation. You really are going to actually, these actions are really going to come from all of your ideas. I think everything's going to come in together and come into line. It will seem like almost all at once, especially after just kind of like maybe this really patient energy in the past, okay? What you need to know about, this is so cool. I'm loving this. Oh, awesome. Okay. Whatever this is, I'm going to surprise you with the next card. What we need to know, whoops, did you see it? So what we need to know about with the Page of Pentacles, upgrading skills, learning more about your trade or whatever that is, it's gonna make us wealthy. Whoop, whoop. We've got the Empress. This is someone who is like at the top of the totem pole in a potential business, or someone who is her own boss, someone who can stand her own ground, someone who's truly come into her own, I am a royalty nature and really takes good care of herself and is just like really solid with who they are and even beginning to look about, wow, what's next? So this is cool. Now that's what you need to know about, but just like take it easy on you. And there is going to be, again, lots of activity, busy, at least for the next 8 weeks, most likely. But honestly, don't beat yourself up. I feel like there's a part of you, remember these are minor arcana. So things are going to go better than the way you feel, because I feel like you're so hard on yourself. You're probably like overly critiquing all of the teeny little things that ultimately won't impact the success in the future. And then also I feel like maybe you will sometimes feel a little bit low energy because it's like, oh, where else can I go? But just stay focused. Stay focused and do whatever it is that you need to stay calm, to stay at peace, and that will help you. And just make sure you're relaxed. Like look at this person. They're really enjoying what they're doing. They're really enjoying learning. All right, let's get some clarification cards. All right, clarification cards for Libra for the situation in mid-February, please and thank you. And definitely stick around until the end where we have clarification cards. Advice cards, so we can make the best case scenario possible. All right, so look, I feel like whatever it was in the past, I feel like it was an adjustment potentially of the way that you think, and it could also be the way that you communicate with other people. This is the Five of Swords defeat, but minor arcana is not very powerful. Fives, very temporary. And also this is just like words. So for some of you, there may have been some negative words and messages potentially with a few people in your life, maybe certain people, including yourself, possibly. We always feel like we need to be just and everything needs to be fair. So if people aren't being fair, we tend to speak up. Anyways, even if it's an unpopular opinion, I definitely experienced that. Anyways, the point is that I feel like you have kind of realized that like certain battles are just not worth fighting because it's just too stressful. And I think you're really learning a lot more tranquility and inner peace, ultimately. And even though you might feel a little bit apathetic once in a while, it's all about balance, right? And this is our card, adjustment, justice, that's us, Libra. It's all about balance. Sometimes if you feel like you really need to just relax and do nothing and procrastinate, maybe that's because you should. Maybe because you do need to take a break once in a while. I also feel like we live in a culture where it's all about like what you do, not who you are, determines your success and your right to even exist in a way. Like, well, what do you do for society? What do you do for the world? What do you do for a living? It's like, well, you know what? Sometimes we just need to be. Anyways, what you need to know about is with the Page of Pentacles, what you're learning about, it's something that I feel like you've kind of learned a bit more on a surface level emotionally. You haven't really fully immersed yourself in it quite yet, because the Page of Pentacles, what you need to know about, is being aspected by the Four of Cups, luxury, and the fours tend to be a bit more detached, and then cups are emotions. And I feel like it's almost like you might be studying about emotions or psychology or the way people think or something but I feel like you will dive deeper, because like with the fours, it's like you do eventually dive deeper. And you might almost be taking a step back from certain things that have been emotionally disappointing for you, because with this Page of Cups, it's being aspected by the Five of Cups, which is, what is it in this deck? Yeah, disappointment, exactly what I say. So look, this is the main card, the Page of Cups, and that for me is honestly, with this aspected, I feel like is really just learning to be okay after emotional upset and disappointment, and really being able to value peace, tranquility, and just being able to be okay, because you can't go from being like really disappointed to exuberance and excited about life. We need to find that place in the middle with contentment, and I feel like this is contentment. And I feel like you've been able to, find a lot more of a balance in your life because of the disappointment in the past. Temporary setbacks. We got another 5, okay? You've been through a few and are still in a way kind of going through a temporary, in the grand scheme of things, setbacks. This is cool. Okay. So remember, the outcome is the Eight of Wands, which is busy, busy, busy. There also could be lots of messages and communication, right? About one thing in particular, potentially a creative project. And also that's being aspected by the Six of Pentacles or discs, success. And so this is like a very charitable card, and it's a winning card. It's like 60%. It's like 60% you still pass the test. You know what I mean? Anyways, I feel like you're going to maybe get a little bit of good luck. It might not be everything, but it is more than enough. And I feel like, yeah, people will have good feelings towards you and the direction that you're going. And I think they'll be a bit more charitable, a bit more kind. You might even be getting a little bit of money. You might get some stability, some success. And also, this might have to do with helping people because you feel charitable towards other people. Excuse me. Anyways, yeah, so, ooh, this is cool. So what you need to know about is being aspected, again, like we said, with the Empress and now the Four of Wands. So the Empress also represents a mother. And I feel like this, and then the Four of Wands often in this deck represents, well, it's completion. So I feel like there might be like a cycle that's complete. Also, sometimes it can represent like leveling up in a relationship. So a celebration of some sort of achievement with a connection. It can represent, sometimes it represents marriage. Sometimes it represents like having a home with someone. And it could, for a very small amount of you, potentially represent like becoming a mother or maybe having like more mother energy in your life. So that would be really cool. But it represents maybe more connection with like home and family. Maybe you feel more at home. All right. And again, please stop beating yourself up because, oh, that's so interesting. It accidentally changes around, but I feel like I should keep these the same way. I feel like even though, you know, we're coming up as being really disappointed, probably beating ourselves up. And to be honest, there might be someone who is being like extremely rude with their words and their texts. And it's like, cut them off. Because that's what you might feel disappointed about, for example, is like, why did I invest so much in this relationship, in this connection? You know, anyways, general reading. So you pick what resonates with you the most. But, it's being aspected by the Queen of Swords, and she is one of the most emotionally detached cards in the deck. This is the most emotionally detached card in the deck, again with the sword adjustment, very air. And there are positives to that as well, because even though you have had stress, even though you have had emotional upsets and disappointments, I feel like you're able to contain it more. You're able to contain your emotions a little bit more. Like you still have them, you still feel them, but it's almost like you can study them a little bit more. You can observe them a little bit more. You still feel them, but you're not completely swept away by them. You're able to rise above your thoughts and kind of see the larger pattern and be like, oh, I notice that I'm going into negative self-thought again. Oh, I notice that I am, you know, criticizing the way that I look again. And it's almost like you'll be able to like see the pattern. And honestly, you might even be able to connect it to things in the past. Like maybe it's because like one of my parents would always tell me to lose weight or something like that. I feel like you're going to see the bigger perspective, the bigger picture, almost like a psychologist or a counselor, you know, analyzing someone from a distance. You're going to be able to do that to yourself. Some of you might have a counselor. But because we have the Queen of Swords and adjustment, some of you might want to seek legal advice. You might be in the middle of legal stuff as well. Okay. All right. What is this? I just want to clarify the outcome once more. Then we're going to do advice cards so you can get the best case scenario no matter what. Ooh, okay, so this is cool. Like, even though you felt defeated in the past, look, or right now you feel like disappointment, oh, I've only gotten halfway to what I want. Like, honestly, you are going to get all of the emotional connection, the community, the joy, the love, the care that you desire. So, yay. Yes. All right, let's get some advice cards, please, for Libra for mid-February 2021. What month is it again? What year is it? Wow. Okay. First advice card, again, we have got Temperance. So even though you have come to a lot of an emotional balance in the past, I also like we still need to work on that. Like baby steps. Don't expect too much of yourself. Don't accept. You know, honestly, I often talk to people who are like, I am absolutely terrified of, let's say, like starting a social media account to try and promote a business. and they will expect for themselves to go from being absolutely, completely terrified with the fear. They expect themselves to go from that to totally being amazing and embracing it and everything's great. It's like baby steps, okay? Anyways, be kind to yourself, be patient with yourself, because the universe and source is being the exact same way. Also, make sure you are not abusing any substances. You're being careful with that. Please seek help if you need help, okay? Anyways, second advice card, we have got the Emperor. So I feel like, you know, stay true to your boundaries, be discerning. You're very experienced. You know, you have a lot of wisdom from experience as well, you know, as book learning, but this one's more about experience. So yeah, and just only do things that you feel comfortable with, and only go in a direction that you feel comfortable with. Also potential father energy, Aries energy potentially as well. All right, third advice card. We've got the Queen of Cups. So I feel like very nurturing, very kind, sometimes can get a little bit depressed. So if you are feeling a bit depressed or maybe drinking a bit too much, again, please seek help. If you have issues sometimes that crop up with like mental illness, trust me, that's happening to so many people around the world right now. But be discerning with who you choose to, you know, give your heart to and invest your heart in. It could be a person or a project or whatever it is. Like, really listen to your heart, okay? Fourth advice card, we have got the Tower. So I'm feeling like something really traumatic happened in the past, and you're maybe still, or a revelation of something, like a huge wake-up call in a way. Something that was unexpected, but in hindsight, you're like, okay, maybe I could have seen that coming. But like, you're still kind of going through the process of shedding that dead wood, and so it still is going to be a little bit painful, but you're not completely done the letting go of potentially an old belief system. But just do your best to let it go, like a snake shedding its skin. If you'd like a private reading, send me an email or check out my website. That is all in the description box below. You can also follow me on social media. Thanks to everyone who's liked, shared, subscribed, hit the notification bell, and commented below. I love reading your comments so much. And I do monthly and mid-monthly videos, so I'll see you in a few weeks. And if you're still here, secret bonus card. Oh, Nine of Cups. Yes, this is one of my favorite cards. So this is the wish card. So what we're going to do right now, put your hands on your heart, and something that you desire, doesn't matter how big, how small, make a big wish. I made mine. Send it out to the universe. See you in a few weeks. Bye.